Making news this morning, schools in Victoria have been put on notice by health authorities. The Education Department is ordering them to improve medical records over fears of measles running rampant.
Yeah, a new report suggests fines should apply to schools who fail to comply. For more on this, we're joined by medical expert Dr. Zac Turner. Dr. Zac, good to see you again. Do you think these drastic measures should be taken?
Definitely, because this is an entirely preventable disease. This is an entirely preventable illness that we can, with proper vaccinations, prevent the large amount of this spread. And so this is worldwide the largest cause of a preventable disease death in the world. So we should be vaccinating.
So if a child comes to school with the measles, how quickly can the virus spread?
Very, very fast. So one of the things with measles is that when you get the symptoms, you start getting a fever. We say the 4 Ds, so 4 days of high fever, and you get the 3 Cs, which is sort of that sick feeling, a cough, and then some conjunctivitis. So the 4 Ds and the 4 Cs. But before you even start getting those, you're contagious, and you can start showing things in your mouth called Koplik spots, and they're little tiny white spots. And if you see those in your child, especially in little children, before they start getting the red spots and red rash on themselves, you can actually help prevent the worst part of the disease and go to your doctor and get diagnosed, because that is, we call it pathognomonic. So it means that it completely diagnoses the disease before we have to do any tests for it.
Oh, so the disease tells you what's happening before it happens.
Exactly right. And so you get these severe fevers, and you're contagious though 4 or 5 days before you start showing those the red marks. And they normally start in your face and start working their way down your body, and it's this flat red area. But once again, you're very, very contagious beforehand. And if you're with someone who has this disease, 9 out of 10 people who are unvaccinated will get the disease.
So who's most susceptible?
Well, susceptible people are people who are unvaccinated. So parents who are taking children to school being unvaccinated. Along with that, people who are just more susceptible to disease. So children who can't be vaccinated yet, young babies. So we really want to do this thing called herd immunity, because we want to vaccinate against for these little kids and mums and different people to protect them. Because
so a quick question, Dr. Zac. If say you're an adult our age, we may have had a measles shot back at school, would we still be potential carriers of the disease? Could we get the measles?
Look, sometimes you can, but rarely. It's very rare once you've been vaccinated. And if you've caught it before, it's just as rare as well. But that being said, it's not that hard to go and get a booster shot. If you're unsure that you have had this before, go and get a booster shot. Go and sort yourself out, help your family out, help your kids out, help the community out. And let's kind of spread this
there's
immunity.
the 4 Ds and the 4 Cs? What was
the
that?
4 Ds is 4 days of high fevers. So temperatures going up about 40. And then we say 4 Cs are coryzal symptoms, which are things like fevers and feeling sort of malaise and aching, cough, and then conjunctivitis. So when you get that sort of gunk in your eyes and things. And in a kid, you can totally prevent this disease. So
all right, Dr. Zac, thank you so much. You can prevent it more by vaccinating.